Anyway, God's provision, tithe. So should we tithe as New Testament believers? The answer is yes, we should. I have provision that you know not of. It's not just our paycheck that provides for us. God has ways of providing. There's a Ways and Means Committee in heaven that'll provide for us exceedingly abundantly above and beyond all we can ask or think. For example, you could be saving up to buy a vehicle, and you're saving and saving and saving, and you're thinking, okay, great. I know the vehicle's price. I'm going to save. And then you get halfway along in your goal, and along in the way, you're like what happened with my son. There was an auto mechanic. Anyway, let me finish the story. My son was saving, and he'd only saved at that point $1,200, and I told him he needed to have at least $5,000 or $6,000 to begin to get any kind of reliable vehicle. And he was working on a job where the client was a lady. He'd done a kitchen remodel, and she didn't have the money to pay him. And her husband had just passed away, and he didn't want to be brutal on a widow. And he said, is there anything you can, maybe we can barter something? Is there anything you can give me to help me? Because I need money for rent and bills. And she owed him about $2,000. And, I was talking to him one day, and I said, look, if you ever hear of a good deal on a vehicle, I said, my son has saved up $1,200 to be his first car. I said, that's a lot for a kid making sandwiches after school in high school. And he said, well, let me look around and beat the bushes. Well, anyway, he worked out a deal with this lady where she would settle her debt with him.